I'd like to thank the chair for calling what is a very important hearing today, and also I'm delighted to see such a distinguished panel, and I look forward to working with the chair with others in Congress on this very important public policy concern. I think it's prudent that the committee begin its investigation into predatory and subprime lending by looking into how we got here and what the regulators have done to date. The title points it out, but I think it's critical that the committee distinguish between these two types of lending. Predatory lending and subprime lending are two different animals. Some in Congress and some in the press have blurred the line between the two issues, but there are distinct problems requiring distinct solutions. In the subprime area, there's no doubt that the past several years have seen a general loosening of underwriting standards. America has one of the highest rates of home ownership in the world. That's good, and we ought to continue to encourage home ownership. However, you're not doing anyone a favor by putting them in a house with a type of mortgage that when interest rates go up or when they have an economic reverse, they're thrown out of their house. During then Chairman Greenspan and Chairman Bernanke's appearances before the committee previously, I've made it a point to repeatedly voice my concern regarding the proliferation of interest-only and other alternative mortgage products, including those with negative amortization. After interest rates began rising and the housing market began cooling, mortgaging originators were pressured by the market to match the volume of the height of the boom. And this was too often accomplished through a loosening of credit standards, and clearly consumers were put into homes they could not afford just 2 or 3 years down the road. Today we find ourselves on the leading edge of a market correction that has the potential to harm many Americans. Some 20 subprime lenders have already gone out of business. There will be pressures placed on Congress to react swiftly to correct for the problems of subprime loans. And it is a serious problem, but I think it's important that we take the time to do it right and not be too hasty and do it wrong.